welcome to part 3 of Ocarina of Time 3D. And we start off this one with a great cutscene
that
really,
good one.
I think, sets the story for the whole franchise and for the games to follow.
It does.
And then we'll be making our way out to Hyrule Field, which we'll talk about that when we get there, but just a great memory. And then eventually ending over by the market. Yes.
Yep. I just loved, like, as you mentioned, like, this backstory we're about to get. It talks about the creation of Hyrule and the Triforce, which of course has been like the objective for almost every Zelda game. Not quite every one, but almost every Zelda game through the franchise.
I got a really important question. How does the Deku Tree keep his mustache that trim?
Oh, it's perfect.
Like, it is absolutely perfect right there.
Maybe the Kokiri people come and take care of it for him.
I want to know where that trimmer's at. Like, I want to spend some money on that one right there.
It's weird to think, like, they did a good job of making the tree look like he has an old man wise man mustache.
Oh, that's a very good point right there. Now, I kind of go back to this like whole cutscene and story.
Yeah.
Like in Zelda and Zelda 2, we got like just a tad bit of story.
Not much.
There was also some stories in the manual, but not a lot.
Of course, yeah.
And then Link to the Past, like we got a little bit of story, but like, not too much. And then, like, as we said, this game right here, I mean, we get some cutscenes throughout the game that just really enhances more on the story, and obviously with the technology, they were able to do that. So,
well, like Link to the Past kind of hints on the events that happen in this game, because this happens before A Link to the Past in the timeline.
We didn't know at the time.
We didn't know at the time. We didn't know at the time.
I still think they just pieced that timeline together, whichever way made sense. But
yeah. So it's just like this really does fill in that stuff. It talks about the goddesses and like how the Triforce came into being and everything, and how Hyrule itself actually got created. I thought it was a good story.
I do like how it shows the goddess right here, or the goddesses, like how they created the whole like an Earth or a Hyrule. Hyrule's actually not part of town. Part of town of the Earth. It's part of the Earth.
It is, but it's a good cutscene. It's a little long, hence we're kind of sitting here stalling for time a little bit,
blabbering on a little bit. But like then also we haven't been to these parts yet, but they'll actually go through like parts, like areas in the game, like I'll show the goddesses
really is cool
flying through those parts that we'll visit later on in the game.
I also liked right at the beginning of this cutscene, even before they started talking about the goddesses, they like showed the scene with Ganondorf, or the Man in Black, which you can probably guess who he is. Riding with like the flames in front of him, and he says he's seeking to get this Triforce. I thought it was just a cool little touch.
Now, wasn't he the one that cursed? Oh, sorry. I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun just a tad bit on that one right there.
I mean, obviously, most Zelda fans out there know what happens, but we're trying. Like we said, we're trying to be spoiler free.
Like, like I haven't been reading any of this, but like they create the like where the three goddesses left the Earth, like it became the Triforce right there, and then like that went to hide in the Sacred Realm, and that's where Gandorf is trying, or the Man in Black at this time is trying to get the Triforce, obviously, because
he wants
if it grants like every wish you wanted, why would you not want that thing?
I love how Link is just like sitting here on the ground, like listening intently to this story. Just like it's just a nice little touch for him to be sitting there, like absorbing.
Like he's kind of like not so much enjoying it.
No,
he's not going to be enjoying it here in a second.
No,
but like I did kind of like that how
he's
he was just sitting there, like he was soaking it all in.
Yeah. Now he gives us the first spiritual stone. It's the Kokiri Emerald.
Yeah, Kokiri Emerald.
And I just got to say, have we gotten to the point where he tells us what happens to him?
I'm glad that we've been paying a lot of attention to this video so far.
Well, I'll hold off a few minutes.
Well, like what stinks for us is we prepare before we do this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we know with notes and stuff, and then like we start looking each other behind it, like people can't see it.
Yeah.
But we'll like make hand gestures and stuff, and then like we're like, where are we at in the video even?
Yeah.
But we're right here. We're talking about a Sheikah stone.
Yeah, which is actually I do think they already said this because he's about to die.
Yeah, he's about to die.
He did say that all our effort to break the curse on him was for nothing, and he knew he was doomed.
So then, why did we go through him? That sounded bad. Why did we have to try to uncurse him?
Yeah, it's like I guess the only thing I could think of is like he wanted to make sure we were courageous enough to do it.
He kind of does say that he wanted to test our courage.
Yeah, but come on, man, you're dying.
Now here's who I have a problem with is Mido. Because he acts all big and bad, and like I think he says Gandorf is the one who cursed him.
Yeah, he says the Man in Black from the desert.
Sorry, well, yeah,
it's hard for us. We've said his name 5 or 6 times.
But so we're just Gandorf.
It's Gandorf.
Screw it. I'm going Gandorf. But like Mido, what are you doing? Like Gandorf is the one who went there and cursed. Like,
you did one job, Mido.
Yeah, you stopped us easily, or at least tried to.
Yeah.
I want to know now. If I saw Gandorf, I'd be like,
I would probably get out of the way.
Yeah, I would. Okay, I'll slide over. Well,
I mean, all we need was a sword and a shield.
Oh my God, you're from the desert.
It's like you were like 8 times my height. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you go. It's like Mido's like acts like he said he's the bully. He stops us, and no, Ganondorf just goes right in and curses him.
Now, I like how Saria right there, Saria.
Whatever it is.
I don't know how to pronounce that one either, but I always call her Saria.
Good enough.
If it's wrong, we apologize. Like
Always.
we said, we do mispronounce quite a few things.
If it was
a series,
if they would voice this series, we would
that's
be in good
the
shape.
point. Like, I mean, there's really 3 or 4 different pronunciations for almost everything in this game, but she like literally appears out of nowhere right there, and I was just like, what the heck?
She's pretty skinny. Maybe she's hiding behind the rope.
She's not that skinny, Red.
No, she's not that.
There's no way.
But this is kind of a nice, like, touching cutscene because
I like it.
We haven't spent a ton of time talking to her or anything like that. But she's your friend, your childhood friend, and she's sad that you're leaving the forest because she really can't go out with you. And she
I
says
think it's just a cool bridge.
I
think it's just a cool looking bridge, like the kind of bridge you get between Hyrule Field, which we'll be going out to, and then Kokiri Forest.
Plus, like when we're going through the
and there's a room. There's a room right there that we'll be visiting
that has
later
the bridge
on.
above it. We'll visit that lower area later on in the game. I thought
maybe we actually get an upgrade and maybe a Ghost
combat
Cthulhu there.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
that's a long way away.
No, it's a deeper stick upgrade, to be honest.
Oh, that could be it. That's actually it.
Now I want to talk about this right here.
Oh, yeah.
As I said, like the first 2 parts, we will go back to like our memories as like a child or teenagers. At this time in '98. Oh no, we were child.
I'd been 13.
We're in our early 20s right now.
Oh yeah.
But like going out to Hyrule Hyrule Field. I was thinking Hyrule Town the whole time.
You're making me laugh while I'm drinking my beer over
Going out into Hyrule Field for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
And just seeing this vastness, and it still looks big today.
Yeah.
Not near as big as Twilight Princess.
Of course.
I just like. I guess I don't know how I really thought about the game when I was first playing it, but I thought that forest area might have been like
big.
It wasn't the whole game, but it was like a big chunk of the game, and then we find out right here that holy crap,
it's just one little offshoot.
It's just one little not room, but just one little area.
Yep, and like the overhead view they give you when you first come out here, when it kind of pans over the whole Hyrule Field, was just a gorgeous look. That owl that we ran into, we're actually going to run into many times throughout the game. He's kind of annoying because he interrupts us a few times.
But he's very encouraging, and that's what I do like about him. Kaepora Gaebora.
I thought it was a nice throwback to like the owl we had in Link's Awakening that guided us through the game.
That's very true, even though this game takes place on a timeline
before
that owl. Now, I do want to say one thing. You see me rolling right here?
Yeah.
This is actually not something we are going to do throughout this game because it is faster, but it is a lot more annoying, so we won't be doing it.
We're sorry for it.
But the reason we did it right there is because we're on a very strict time limit to get to the bridge before night because the bridge goes up at night.
And you can't get into the market.
And that's the only way you can get there by that time. So we rolled right there just to get to the bridge a little bit quicker so it wouldn't go up.
And I'm sure at some point throughout our walkthrough, you'll see us out in Hyrule Field at nighttime, and like you're constantly getting attacked by enemies while you're out there too. So we just wanted to get there, and also not to make you all wait while we mess around all night. Even though it only takes a few minutes, we tried to get in there as quickly as we could. So you won't see us do that very often, like you said.
Yeah, and one other little thing, I kind of thought about this. Like, there's a lot of run through Hyrule Field as a child that's very slow. And I thought about maybe fast-forwarding through all those parts, but I didn't want to do it for every single part of the game. Because to be honest with you, it's just too many edits. And so we're just going to walk through. It's going to be a little slow. We're going to show us walking. But anyways, this is going to wrap up part 3 of Ocarina of Time 3D.